What's up, guys? It's me again. Yeah, I know it's kind of been a while since you've seen my face. Well, has it really? I don't remember. But today is going to be a video I wanted to make for quite a long time, actually, and I can't believe I haven't got around to doing it before this. But my ears a mess. Wait, let me adjust the camera real quick. Well, the phone. I don't have a camera because I'm a piece of shit YouTuber. But this is a story time about how my friend and I ruined two very important concerts at our old school. So, I mean, this should be pretty interesting. It's a story time. Like, when was the last time we had a story time on the channel? I don't remember. Maybe this might resurrect my channel. Maybe 2018 will come back. Who knows? So, let's get into the video. So, I've like talked about the band in my old school before, and you guys probably know, I'd assume, how much I hated that band. I hated that band so much because like I don't have still any interest in playing a tin whistle. Like music in general, I love music. Like I listen to music every single day and I couldn't live without it. But the tin whistle part just didn't really intrigue me at all. So the fact that we were crammed into a cramped little hall with 200 other people, forced to play a tin whistle and playing the tin whistle, okay, that's another thing. But the other thing was people blowing into your ear the sound. Your ears hurt after it. It was not pretty. It wasn't cute. So obviously, I hated that band so much. I hated the practice. I hated going to the events. It was just an effort that I didn't want to put in because I had no interest in playing a tin whistle. But we were forced to, and there was pretty much no way out of it. Even if you like got a no from your parents saying, I don't want my son to be in the band because he has no interest. His time could be better spent on something more productive, like improving my math skills. I have the band to blame for my terrible fucking maths results. 31% on my last test. Well done, St. Joseph's. But yeah. So that time could have been spent in a more beneficial way, I feel. But no, we had to learn a tune whistle to play in the band that I didn't want. So they always in March. I'm pretty sure it was around March. It was around that kind of time. They always had this concert called the Crayla, which is like this big, well, not really big. It's this kind of event for like in southern Dublin in this like sports hall. I don't even know what the fucking thing is. Basketball arena, something like that. And we're like a bunch of schools from Dublin gathered and like performed like with their bands or choirs. I only went to it once, which was with the choir actually because I was in the school choir as well. Lip synced my way through for 3 years, but you know, hey ho, and and the band obviously. So I had to play with both of them. So I obviously had to bring my tin whistle there, and beforehand we'd always have like practices that I hated going to, and I didn't even practice in them. I kind of just drew on my hand. So you know, obviously I didn't know shit. I didn't know how to play tin whistle at all. So this wasn't gonna go down well, and this was like one of the biggest events for the school band as well. So yeah, and my friend was pretty much the same. We always sat next to each other and like talked, drew on our hands, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, so we went to do it, and it was like March. I want to say around March. I say because it was. I can't remember if it was before because the only time I went was 2016. Can't remember if it was after I went to Rome or before I went to Rome. Either of those. So and Rome was March 16th. So I'd say it was before, although I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember because I'm a dumb piece of shit. But anyway, yeah. So we head to the thing. We obviously we practice, and then we head out to the thing. You know, do our little shit. Like we did some songs with the choir. I can't remember what they were. They were like, I think they were Imagine by John Lennon, Connemara, which is about it was some Irish song, which was I didn't even know how to lip sync to it, so I'm pretty sure my the choir lost some points because that 'cause they could see everyone because there was like judges in front of it and they were judging. It wasn't really a competition, but there were still judges. They were just I found really weird. And then we also did Shut Up and Dance With Me, so you know, pretty fun. And then some other skills were like, you know, some other choirs. And then it came the turn for the band. So we all gather our like shit. And then we head out to the fucking stage, you know, through like this little corridor. We had to walk in front of the parents. It was kind of awkward to be honest. And then we had to go onto the actual stage and like get into position, which was such a fucking mess. Like they didn't organize it at all. We spent like a good 10 minutes on that stage, embarrassing ourselves trying to get into place, and then it took another like 15 minutes to get set the shit up, like you know the accordions and stuff, because it wasn't only tin whistles. They had like accordions, the little things, you know, the fucking it looks like a the metal things that you press against. That's what it's called, definitely, you know. Yeah, and they had loads of those. Well, not loads. They had like about 20 of those. And then the rest was tin whistles, and we were in tin whistles. I was like in the back. I had to stand up, and my friend was like at the front sitting down. So yeah, and so we start doing our little shit, get into the first songs, and the teacher, what they would do, I know I mentioned this in my first ever rant about the band, how much I hated it. The teacher wouldn't even, when he was showing you the notes, he wouldn't even point like straight at the note. He'd point like in between the note, and he'd do it really fast in between each, so he wouldn't even know what note to press. And that's kind of, the first time I noticed that, and then after that, I didn't even try in the band. But yeah, so he did that, he was doing the thing. And then I had no shit. The first song we did, I think, was Foggy Dew, which was like a 1916 Rising thing, because it was also like 1916 Rising anniversary, so we were doing a lot of shit for that as well. But yeah, we were doing that. And then the first song, the Foggy Dew, starts off slow at first. The version we did, but because there's loads of different versions. And then it starts off like, I can't remember the notes, so it's like E, D, whatever the fuck. And it starts off really slow, so I could do that bit. I didn't actually blow into it in this because I still to this day don't know how to put my fingers perfectly on the. Yeah, that's another thing about the tennis ball. If you don't put your your fingers perfectly on the holes, it'll go off too. So just to show us how fucked up that fucking dumbass instrument is. But yeah. So we're doing that, and then I kind of put them on. I don't blow into the tin whistle. I just kind of pretend I'm playing, and then as soon as it gets it fast bit, I start just doing this. Like, hold on, I'm gonna use the worst ever. I'm just like that, just pretending to fucking play, and the judges see that I'm doing that because they look and they're like, and my friend is doing the same thing as well, and then like I don't even know how to take, and then I blow into it by accident and like throws the whole thing off tune, but like I don't, it didn't really deter too much, but it did deter definitely. So I ruined the Crayola because I'm pretty sure they took points off of us for that, and like I'm pretty sure my teacher, because like the teacher taught me in fourth class, which was that very year as well, was actually one of the band leaders, but he never actually spoke to me about it, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they did take points off us because like I blew into it by accident, and like it was like a domino effect. I blew into it, threw me. I was off tune. It threw someone else off tune. Threw someone else off tune, and it kind of, we had to pick it up really quickly. I'm pretty sure my friend did the same thing, although I wasn't there, so I'm not sure. But yeah, so that was one concert that I managed to ruin, the Crayola. Yeah, so he head back and I was like, oh, hey, you were brilliant. And I was like, no, you weren't. Because, like, you could hear the off tuneness in that. Like, you could very much hear that across the audience. But then another one, which was around, I don't know when this one was. I want to say, like, May or October, November. I'm not sure at all. I'm sure I don't even fucking remember, like, half the teachers I had in the school. Well, I do, but you get the point. And we do that, and there was this grandparents' day, and the band and choir also sung for that and played for that. So I'm there with the choir, obviously, but then of course, even though I'm in the choir, I have to be in the band because it's not like I'm doing enough shit already, isn't it? So I do that. I play with the band, sing with the choir at first. We did some like peace proms song because I also went to peace proms. I can well, there's not really any story times to do about that because that went actually quite well because all I had to do was lip sync, and I'm a very good lip syncer, so I could probably get along in the modern music industry. Yeah, but so I play with the choir. Also, I'm sorry I keep saying so. I just have no other word to fill it with. Take a shot of vodka every time I say so in this video, and you will be drunk and get alcohol poisoning. Rip. Yeah. So I I hate myself. I play. Then it's time to play with the band, and then I don't even. That was I think it was May because it was after the Crayola, so it must have been May coming towards June. I play with the band, and then this time I'm kind of like, let's ruin to my friend, like, let's ruin this fucking concert. So we ruined the concert. There's someone out in the corridor. Never mind. That, and we play. We're not even playing the correctly notes. We're blowing into the tin whistle, and it throws the whole thing off tune as well. And you could hear us just like screeching into those tin whistles. But like, I don't think they ever found out who it was. But yeah, the grandparents were all like pretending they were enjoying it. Like they were just sitting there like they did, you could tell that they on their faces. I was like, "Wow, what the fuck? Why the fuck are we wasting our time here? This band is so fucking shit." And like they always bragged that they had the biggest band in Clondalkin, and one of the biggest bands in Clondalkin. I'm like, bitch, if there was an option to join this band, I bet you no one would join your fucking band. So shut your fucking mouth with your biggest fucking band in Clondalkin bullshit, because no one gives a fuck. You stupid fucking fat slobs. Okay. Yeah, so they always bragged about that. And no one would have joined that band, I think. If well, maybe a few selective people who were mental and had brain disabilities, but and had nothing better to do. But other than that, I definitely wouldn't have joined. The only reason I actually joined the choir was to skip the band shit and to go to cinema. Because like I skipped half the because there was the commute. There was other events I went to, like Dublin Bus. I went to that once, and again my friend and I ruined the Dublin Bus concert as well by again going off tune. I'm not going to repeat myself. They did the communion in the church because like you did the communion with the school, which in my opinion is fucking wacko. Because you should be able to do your communion separately if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, in my opinion, that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, they did the band play at that as well. But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna ruin them bitches' communion day. Like it's in a happy important day for them. Like who knows? Maybe they're like fucking feet washing Baptist fucking religious suck Jesus Christ cock. Maybe that kind of level of religious, you know. So I'm not gonna ruin the day for them. But anyway, I didn't go to that. And then if you didn't go to either the Crayla or the communion or both, you couldn't go to like the cinema because they did cinema trips at the end of the year. So the only reason I was in the choir was to go to the cinema, and then it turned out in the end I couldn't even go to the cinema later on, even though I was in the choir because I didn't play at the communion. It's too bad, isn't it? But yeah, that's kind of it. That's it for this kind of story time. How I fucked up so many concerts, and like if you guys are so convinced I'm a sweet kid, then you better think again because I fucked up a lot of shit in my life that like other people could have like benefited from. Like, it isn't even funny how much shit I fucked up in my life like for other people. I basically ruined There's like around 200 people in that band, and like I ruined the whole fucking thing for them. So I don't care. To be quite frank, I don't give a shit. So that's it for this video, guys. Next week I am going to Venice, with Aer Lingus, so I'll be making Aer Lingus trip reports. So that should be fun, and I'll also film some shit from the gondola, like from the Vaporetto, some St. Mark's Square shit, maybe even a hotel tour. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. So my YouTube channel will be a little less dead next week, hopefully. Sorry, I haven't uploaded in a while. It's just I'm kind of losing the passion for this. So please resurrect this YouTube channel because I don't want to end this. But if it doesn't come back like to how it was last year, I think I'll end it by next summer. So that's the plan for now. Anyway, I really don't want to end it, but and also I found out about Italy in February. In Italy for February, in February for Italy, I should say. You'll be getting my first ever vlogs on the channel. So yeah, maybe something will maybe the channel will come back to life. Who knows? Anyway, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for the reports next week and the shit next week, and I hope you enjoyed. And bye bye.